right. Awesome. All right. Looks like we've got audio. We've got video, I think. Little ahead of schedule, but that's how she goes. And man, a little bit of a change of plans today. I let's see if I can move the mic just a little bit here. And put up just a little bit. Now I have to apologize in advance. My chair is very squeaky, and this is not the ideal I don't know, set of circumstances to be doing the first stream from a technical standpoint. I can talk about that a little bit when we get going, but I'm just going to kind of hang out for just a minute and wait for folks to jump on. So I will be back in just a few minutes here. right. It's a little after 7, but I figured I'd kind of fire it up and see if anyone was going to jump on. Um, this channel hasn't been extraordinarily active, so I haven't, done a whole lot over the last few, weeks, months, which it was kind of something that I was shooting for when I kind of started the whole thing. Not necessarily the inconsistency, but just not being super like beholden to any kind of a schedule. So at least for now, I kind of want to, start doing some more things. I'm not going to say regularly, but hopefully a little bit more frequently than I have been more recently. So we'll see what happens. But I wanted to get that started tonight with the live stream and kind of talk to you guys a little bit. Hopefully you can get this out there to some people if you know anyone who might be interested. And if you guys have any questions about any of my videos or just me from what you've kind of seen so far, which is a handful of a lot of different things. So I'm happy to answer questions or just kind of hang out and just kind of talk about what's been going on. So yeah, I guess I'll start with kind of the whole concept of the channel, which I've put in a couple, places here and there as I've done videos and things. But I wanted to do a podcast a long time ago, and it kind of turned into something that was really hard to do. So actually, in college, I studied journalism for a couple of years, and I loved radio. I did a lot of work at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. Sorry, my phone is wigging out. Go away. No more timers. Thank you. But yeah, I studied journalism for a few years, and I loved doing stuff on the radio. I had a couple radio shows at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater for a while, and I loved the experience of like being on air and doing stuff. And unfortunately, I hit this point where like editing audio became visual, which is stupid because it's not, at least in theory, about what things look like. It's what they sound like. But the medium that the world is comfortable with is looking at things, and so everything is these charts and graphs and numbers. And I had a really good ear for what was going on, and I could maybe tell you what to fix in some cases, but I couldn't do it myself, and so I didn't have creative control, and that got really frustrating. So I kind of put the podcast idea on the back burner a little bit into studying like audio production and things like that, because it was so inherently visual that it was honestly frustrating. So I kind of, like I said, I tabled all of that, and I ended up switching out of journalism to Middle East studies, which is, arguably not an extraordinarily useful major, but I had been really enjoying the classes I was taking in history, in Arabic, and I kind of switched things over at that point. I started doing undergraduate research and taking my Arabic studies more seriously, and I kind of hit the same point in Arabic where I was not able to read or write in the language, but I could speak in it. I hit this point that reminded me of math, right? Where like when you're in second and third grade and you're doing your basic facts, you keep it all in your head. But you hit this point where that ability goes away because you have to be able to write things down in order to keep track of them. And in Arabic, I couldn't do that. In math, I also couldn't do that. So those are two things right where I hit that point and struggled. But I had hit this point in journalism. I had hit this point in Arabic, and it was frustrating, and I didn't really know what to do. And so I started doing undergraduate research about how to make like a tactile writing system for Arabic. And I started going on this whole process, which I'd love to talk about sometime in some videos if you guys would be interested. But essentially, COVID hit. That's really what happened, and it really derailed where I was with my project, and I was at a point where I had presented at the Wisconsin State Capitol. I went to college in Wisconsin, and I had presented at the state capitol, and I had been invited to present at the National Conference for Undergraduate Research that was supposed to take place in, I believe it was Billings, Montana. And of course, COVID derailed that, and I spent that next, was that like 6 months or so, kind of floundering. I was in Wisconsin for a while, and things really weren't working there. I couldn't get around on my own. I couldn't find work, and I felt stuck. Um, and so I picked up at the end of that summer. I was able to pick up a job that I went down and did elsewhere on the state for about 6 weeks. Um, and then I moved to Minnesota, and it was around the time that I was about to move where I kind of said, you know what, I want to talk about all these experiences and all this stuff that I've done, and I want to do it in a place where hopefully people can um, engage with that content and talk with me. And I want to make a community. I want to try to build something with this channel. And so I just started kind of throwing things at the wall and seeing what stuck, and whatever I was happy editing and working on, I kind of threw together and threw on the channel. And so that's why you see, the first channel trailer, which, again, looking back on it, there are things I could have probably done better editing wise, but that's literally any channel, and none of it is so outrageously bad that I feel the need to delete anything. So I want to leave all of these videos up and hopefully get better. Um, Down the road, I am thinking about trying to hire someone to do some editing for me. Just because the process is inherently, obviously, it's visual, and I have vision at the moment. Um, the thing that frustrates me about doing that, though, is just the loss of creative control. So that's something that I, want to work on, and I'd like to get some more content out. But yeah, that's why you've seen everything from the initial trailer to some song covers, to my plant video, and the long hairs product reviews. It's all over the place, and I know that. But when I started this, I really didn't want to have a specific niche. I want to talk about accessibility. I want to talk about accessibility in gaming. I want to do some live streams where I can play games and literally show you why I struggle to play them. Because I think it would give a lot of insight into accessibility in video gaming that isn't necessarily out there on a regular basis. I actually was attempting today to deal with OBS and installing some streaming software, and um, trying to get that up and running, and I struggle with it visually and otherwise. I mean, I'm just not in that sphere. So we'll get there. I'm going to leave it for another day. I just figured for today I can get the mic up and kind of get the whole setup going here. And I think this works. The only thing I want to figure out is if there's a way to get a program for YouTube, or maybe if there's a Twitch mod, then I would lean towards Twitch, where I can have something other than my screen reader reading me the chat. I haven't really messed a lot with any of that yet, so we'll get there. But yeah, I mean, I know that clears things up just about as much as mud does, but that's kind of the point to me, is I just want to do different things. And if you guys have ideas of what you want to see from me, either based on you knowing me in real life and wanting to know something, or seeing my videos and being interested in something, if you have questions about living with a visual impairment, I can try to answer those. Really anything that is something that I can put together and that would be interesting to watch for you guys, I'm definitely interested in. So yeah, but that's kind of where I'm at right now, and I wanted to kind of do an initial live stream to kind of talk about some of these things and ramble. And if you guys have some questions, I can answer those. I realize my background is boring. That's the other thing about it. One of the streaming things have the thing where you can like change out the background. I remember doing that for Zoom meetings, and I thought it was funny. But we'll get there. I eventually want to have a little bit of a better setup down the road. Right now I have a laptop and a USB mic, and it's a really serviceable setup. But my chair is obnoxiously squeaky. Actually, the lighting, at least from my blind guy eyeballs, doesn't look too bad. So I'll take that for sure. But yeah, so if you guys have questions, let me see. I'm going to jump around to see my eyeballs, because I got to get a little closer to the screen to check it all out. But under 20 minutes, one person. Well, hello. I will take it. It's better than I thought I was going to do, so I'll take the win. But something else. I don't know. Other than that, I mean, honestly, I've been working, kind of looking for a new job at this point, and kind of trying to come up with some rough schedule of, again, not perfectly regular, but I want to make time in my week to sit down and either live stream. I like the idea of live streaming because I can kind of interact with you guys and not have to super edit everything, and then possibly put those up later as like a video on demand. I don't know how that works, but if this is up later and you're watching it later, obviously I've succeeded. If not, well, oops. But yeah, I want to get to the point where I can hopefully play some games and talk about gaming. I want to talk about accessibility in different facets, in terms of, functioning as an adult with a disability. How do I get around? How do I, one of the big ones that I've been kind of brainstorming on right now is how to create an accessibility system for yourself in different scenarios. So that's something I want to look at. I'm going to see my phone's been pinging at me here, so I'm going to see what's up. Just the weather and Facebook. Typical. But at least I hope you can't hear my jet engine of a computer that apparently can't even handle streaming with the inbuilt stream on YouTube. With OBS, the thing sounded like it was going to take off, but luckily we didn't have that problem, not yet anyway. So that's a plus. Let's see here. But yeah, what do you guys want to know? If you guys have questions, throw them in the comments. All the plants I did in my plant video are still alive, if you were wondering. And even if you weren't wondering, they're still alive. So that's good. What else? I guess that's really the only video that's like warranting of an update necessarily. I haven't really pitched much for a while, so I'm hoping to get back into that hopefully later this month. It's kind of the off season for the facility that I train at, and so they're holding a lot of, camps and things to kind of get people into a workout regimen for the winter, and so I'm hoping. Oh, you'd think sleeping half the day I wouldn't be yawning, but here we be. Yeah, I want to get back into that. Been playing some guitar, listening to a lot of Greta Van Fleet, so that's been fun. Kind of getting back into them. Other than that, just kind of hanging out, man. Working, hoping to get back into the childcare field soon. I have one job that I'm waiting anxiously to hear back from because it looks like a great place to work, and hoping that I can jump on in there soon. And that would give me a steady 40 hours and good time off to do stuff like this. So that would be great. Right now it's a little all over the place, and but that's how it is sometimes, It's just how it be, man. Let's see, how we doing? How are you guys? How are people? Don't everybody jump up at once in the comments here now. Come on. Let's see. Your connection is unstable. My connection shouldn't be unstable. Can you guys see and hear me okay? Is it awful? I've never had this kind of an issue before. It says your connection is unstable. Oh, now it's gone away. Nope. Connection is unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting. Is you guys even hearing anything? I haven't really had issues here. It is working. Okay. All right, cool. YouTube just doesn't know what it's talking about. I'll take it. I got to figure out a way. I'm going to turn on, you guys might be able to hear my computer audio here. I'm going to turn on voiceover on my Mac and see what it looks like to try to read chat.
Busy. Voiceover on. Bullet. Click. Mute. Toggle button. Link. Share.
Get to the mute and share button.
Currently on a link. End stream. Edit button. Heading level 2 items. Top chat. Image. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and link. Learn more. Welcome to live chat. Link. Image. You. Snail art. Clickable. Snail art. Are you going to grow a pineapple? Clickable.
Am I going to grow a pineapple?
Inside of web content.
So it can read chat.
Press Control, Option, Shift, up arrow.
I could try. I don't know if it would do extraordinarily well. I suppose with high enough humidity, you might be able to pull it off.
Comment actions. Are you going to grab snail art image? Link. Welcome to live chat.
So the thing that I don't.
Snail art. Clickable.
No.
You are currently on snail. Are you going to comment act image? Pizza Hutja. Click Pizza Hutja. You should do more covers. Clickable. You are
think I should do more covers?
Inside of web content.
I can do more covers for sure.
Option, Shift, up arrow.
Is there anything in particular that you like want to hear or you think I would be good at? I'm working on
comment actions button. Image blind over. Say something. Click blind over matter. Click image. Comment actions button. You should do more covers. Clickable. You are currently on a text element.
So I can get it to read chat. I was just trying to figure out if I can get to a spot where I could get it to read the messages as they come in, which would be nice. But at least I can get to things. I'm working on Greta Van Fleet does a cover of Adele's "Rolling in the Deep," which is really cool. It's kind of a obviously more rock inspired. And I took that and kind of spun on it a little bit, and I've been messing. I have made the mistake of drop tuning my 12-string guitar. Don't do that. It sounds amazing, but it takes forever to tune, and then because it's drop tuning, the strings are looser and they fly out of tune. Then I've had to keep. It's going to take like 2 days for that to settle in that tuning. But I've been having fun messing with that, so that might be one that goes up sometime here. I'm not sure. It's one of those songs where I thought I knew the lyrics until I looked them up. So we'll get there. I could do some more Sean James stuff. Sean James is amazing. If you don't know who he is, check him out. He doesn't love being put in a lot of boxes, and so I wouldn't dare try. But amazing vocalist and guitarist and lyricist, and his songs are spectacular. There's a couple more of his that I would like to throw up as covers. So that might be something I do down the road.
Comment actions button. Image blind over matter. Say some image. Comment. You should pick image. Comment action. Are you going to grow a snap image? Link. Welcome to live chat image. Welcome to image. Snail art. Clickable. Snail art group. Are you going to grow a pineapple? Clickable. Comment actions button. You image. Pizza Hutja. Click Pizza Hutja. You should do more cover. Comment actions button. Image. Blind over matter.
So it doesn't say like when people commented. I'm not sure whose comment was first on the chat, but I'll get there with things like that. It's technically accessible, so I'll take it. Worst comes to worst, I think I would do something like this where I pull it up on my phone and look at the chat that way. I know there are some plugins, I believe, for like Twitch, because people have things where when people do donations where like they can get it to make a noise. I'm not a computer guy, but I'm wondering if there would be something that would put the chat into text to speech. The only problem I have with that is if that stuff is read aloud, I would need really good mods, or possibly having the chat in an earpiece or something like that. I don't know. Things to be examined down the line. I don't know.
Say something. Clickable.
Say something.
You say something. Group. Custom image. Create a poll. 0/200.
I can create a poll.
Create a poll button.
That's
Send dimmed image. And you are currently on a empty group inside of web content. Image. Send 0/2. Create a poll. Custom images. Say blind image. Comment actions. Clickable. 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 Clickable.
And now it doesn't know what to do.
Clickable. Out of live streaming. Tabs. Edit tech. Live streaming. YouTube studio. Web content. Expand menu. Image. Account profile photo that opens list of alternate accounts. Menu. End of banner. End stream. Empty group. Navigation. List 3 items. Stream. Dim. Webcam. Dim. Manage. Dim. End of list. List 1 item.
Sorry, I'm just looking. I don't know if you can hear my computer. I'm just kind of looking at the options from VoiceOver, and I'd have to learn some hotkeys. And it's weird because, so when I was in high school, I took all these classes about like using computers and using keystrokes and all this stuff. And I took them on Windows. And so I was like freakishly fluent on a keyboard. I could do all this stuff with keystrokes, and one of our assignments was to like do a whole thing in Microsoft Word or whatever without using a mouse.
Send feedback. End of list. End of navigation. End stream. Empty button. Image. Your connection is unsplit. Click of 28. Image. 2. Click image. 1. Click of bullet. Mute. Link. End stream. Edit button. Heading level 2. Welcome to live chat. Link. Learn more. Image. Snail up. Are you going to comment at image? Is that you should do more covers. Comment action. Image. Kill all black. Clickable. Kill all black people. I hope they all burn in hell. Clickable. Open bracket. Clickable. Open clickable. Open bracket. Clickable. You are currently on a text element inside of web content.
But yeah, I think
press Control Option Shift.
It's so weird trying to start. I'm like doing two things at once. Looking at Mac, right? It's such a different, and I know enough to like do things mostly visually, but that is it's a learning curve, and like trying to do the streaming software stuff on top of using another operating system is interesting.
Keyboard brightness.
No, I don't want that.
VoiceOver off.
Stop. There we go. And I go to try to use my mouse, and I can't see the darn thing. So that's exciting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mess with the chat stuff. Sorry, I'm looking around now. I'm switching to looking the other way, but yeah. All right, I will be right back. Well, the excitement of having first issues with comments. See, this is the struggle I have with the text-to-speech kind of stuff, because that cannot be read out loud. Yeah, I'm gonna work on that while we hang out. Go internet, doing an internet, huh? But yeah, I don't know. More covers definitely on the horizon. Absolutely. I think, like I said, the gaming stuff is definitely something I would like to get into a little bit. I don't know. Growing pineapples sounds interesting. Sorry, we're gonna work on this. anyone wants to be a mod down the road, let me know. Beep, beep, beep. See, this is okay. So, lesson 1, need mods for live streams, which makes sense. I just figured I would not be big enough to get to that point for a while, so I was hoping we'd have time to okay. Hopefully that's sorted. Honk honk, beep beep, moo. That was fun. Who had fun? You have fun? I hope you had fun. I had fun. So yeah, I gotta work on mods. See, this is your entertainment value, you know? This is what you come for. Yeah, I'm very impressive. That was, like I said, for having. I don't even think I probably have 1,000 total views on the channel. I only think there's 40 subs, which is most of them I know is human people. So I don't know. Yay internet, I suppose. So if anyone knows how to do moderator stuff with YouTube, let me know. I'm gonna kind of make that a priority. So the other option that I would have for doing things like looking at chat would be to potentially have someone on a like a Discord server or something, again, where I can like wear an earphone with my phone and have someone like read out things so that I can kind of keep up on what I'm actually streaming. It was a ghost. Yikes. Yikes bikes. Probably was a ghost. I hope it wasn't a ghost. I don't have any fire stations nearby I can contact. I don't like that my computer keeps thinking that it's like lighter and darker and like unfocusing my head when I move closer. That's dumb. I know on my phone I can like focus lock the screen, so that's interesting. See what other kind of options I have for streaming, because I haven't done the thing to share to Facebook. I can share this. Which also, yeah, if you haven't checked out my Facebook page, it's there. I'm just as sporadic on Facebook as I am on YouTube. So if you're looking for consistency, you won't find it there, unfortunately, but so should be. But yeah, let's see. Well, if people are gonna hang out, I could like I don't want to get in trouble with the YouTubes because I don't know if it's legal to like play music on a stream. If it's, I'm not gonna play. I don't know what to call it. Like I'm not gonna play licensed music, but I could potentially do that. Otherwise, we'll just kind of hang out for a little bit, and I'll end it and kind of work on some other things, look into moderators and other ways to make streaming more accessible. This is a new process for me, so the awkward stream like this is probably going to kind of be the lay of the land until I really get a handle on things more. I wanted to make sure that comment stuff got dealt with pretty early on. That's why I muted and disappeared for a second. Let's see. Yes, I'm in the chat over here. Thank you, YouTube. So yeah. Well, that was quite the adventure, huh? For a half hour? Well, not even 45 minutes, and we've had our fair share of adventures. What a time. All right. I think what I'm going to do is, one, I'm going to try to do this a week from now. Kind of Saturday nights, 7 o'clock. It's a good time for me because I can stream for a little bit and then work on other things and kind of get my life together. And so if you want to come back a week from now, I'll do another stream. In the meantime, check me out on Facebook, on YouTube, all that stuff. Share things out if you'd like, because I want to try to get this out to more people. And if you have any suggestions for what to do next week, hit me up. I'm definitely open to things. So I may try to get some gaming stuff up and running. No promises because my poor computer might explode. I would play something probably pretty minimalist on the graphics front. The only problem is, and I suppose it's a good problem to have, but when I game, I zoom in on my game, and then you see that. And some people, apparently, it makes them very motion sick. So we'll cross that bridge if we get to it. But tentatively plan on jumping back in a week from tonight. And thanks for coming to the first stream. I know that was a lot of nothing, but you know what? That's how you start. And tonight, I at least got a start. And I know some things that I need to look into and work on for the next time I do this. So with all of that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend and have a good week. There may be a video between now and next week. I don't know yet. I've got some things in the thinking stages, but nothing is filmed or really worked on as yet. So have a good one, and we'll catch you guys a week from tonight, probably about 7 o'clock. All right. Peace out.